Today, I have a confession to make. I am a self-reliant, self-dependent, self-sustainable man of 21st century who can do anything a man can do apart from cooking, sewing, and cleaning. I don't have to be dependent on anyone else for doing anything. Absolutely anything. I don't like to take anyone's help at all. The story is about last year when my parents helped me with a blind date. As you know, I'm not entirely superficial, so I look for intelligence and kindness in another person. But what if she was not good looking? I had to spend the whole evening with her. Apparently, there's an app for that. It's called Mom, Are You Okay? You schedule the app, it calls you right when the date starts. You get a call. If you're okay with the date, you don't pick up the call. Otherwise, you pick up the phone and you say, Mom, are you okay? You just have to say these 4 golden words. Mom, are you okay? Mom, are you okay? So as it happened, I shouldn't have worried. She was gorgeous. I couldn't take my eyes off her. She was everything I was imagining. Then I walked up to her and said hi. Suddenly, her phone rang and she said, Mom, are you okay? Expect the unexpected. Honorable judges, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and everyone else who has ever had this old switcheroo moment, a very good evening. Good evening. Last year, I was staying in this beautiful city called Basel, and there I met a beautiful French girl called Eva. Eva was a little hostile to me when we first met, of no fault of my own. She hated all Indian men due to what was happening in the country, and apparently Indian men are like that. Except for this gathering, of course. So, I started on a plan to change her mind. Actually, this phenomenon is called brainwash. So I used social engineering, behavioral psychotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming to change her mind about how Indian men are. None of that worked. What actually worked was senseless romantic movies of Shah Rukh Khan. We went out for many long walks, and I was certain now that she is changing her mind about how Indian men are. But suddenly, she was doing a research on genetic mutation and she had to go to Hindenburg University for a 2-week research. I thought, okay, that's a good time. And I went for a solo backpacking to Andalusia. 2 weeks, I was back, it was Sunday, and I thought, okay, let's have a date. I pinged her and I said, Eva, let's have a date on this Tuesday. Tuesdays anyway, my drinking days, it was fine. So I had picked up a very romantic location on the banks of the Rhine. You sit there, and the opposite side, you see the beautiful, mesmerizing Munster, and the sun is setting. There is absolutely no better romantic place than that. I had also picked up a bottle of sparkling wine and 2 glasses, which I had picked up from Prince of Liechtenstein's wine. She liked the sparkling wine. So evening time, I saw her coming. Her eyes were bright and she was smiling. I thought, okay, everything is going as planned. Everything is going as planned. Then she came and then she hugged me. There was like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. She was not letting me go. Like, okay, did she hear Shiva's speech 2 weeks back? No, that was this year. Anyway, she let me go and she was smiling. I was like, okay, that's new. So we took out our car and we sat down next to the river and we started talking about everything under the sun. Life, books, movies, comics, world peace, genetic engineering. After a while, I generally I don't look at my watch while I'm on a date, but when I was pouring the last glass of wine, I had a look and I realized it's almost 11 o'clock. It's time for me to sleep. So I had to go home, So I started wrapping up the date, and suddenly she was, Rohit, I wanted to tell you something. I said, Eva, even I wanted to tell you something. She said, no, Rohit, you go ahead first. I said, no, in my country, women go first. Rohit. I said, yes, Eva, tell me, go ahead. Rohit, I actually thought about what you said about Indian men. They are not alike. Some of them can be very nice and good and everything you can ever imagine. Like, yes, everything is going in the right direction. And then she said what I was expecting all the time. Rohit, I've met this amazing Indian guy in Hindenburg University and I've fallen in love with him. As I said, expect the unexpected. Even though this was not enough, a friend of mine arranged me to meet a beautiful girl, Hina, from Kashmir, and we get along really, really well. And then I was on Facebook looking at her profile. People may call it stalking, I just call it snooping. And then I realized she is not just from Kashmir, she is from Azad Kashmir, which is also in Pakistan. So, okay, that's not going to happen. So many people will kill me. So, okay, this evening I'm just going to go and say, I like you, but our countries are not, I couldn't even complete. So, but when evening came, I called her and she didn't pick up. And then a friend called me and said, she realized you are from India and she doesn't want to talk to you. As I had said, expect the unexpected. Life is like that. Life is like that most of the time. What you plan may or may not happen. So what exactly should you do? Always expect the unexpected, have a backup plan. Like the plan I had when I went to Zurich and I met this amazing, beautiful girl from Hungary. But that's another story for another day.